Hello, welcome to this time and space where we are moving the word of the day for this week, starting as the second week of this month. Every second week is for the that which is inside, that's internal, as part of you, as nothing else. The word of the week is ready. So many people will be saying the word ready, and that's part of the game. All right. So just you don't have to imagine. You can be part of a conspiracy. I mean, we used to play as children against the teacher as well, and we would all stand up suddenly at the same time, and the teacher would be just trying to look who was doing the direction, and he couldn't get it. And then again, everybody would stand up like you're just putting your chairs. It's like this game. It makes you laugh. We're always playing. So it would pass from generation to generation, thanks to those who had a big brother in the school, and nobody knew what it was about. Maybe some teacher, because their son or daughter was in the school, would say it. So it just put a spot there in the blackboard, and every time the teacher would pass the spots walking, everybody would stand up. And the teacher would be always turning back to see very quickly why, who was it, if there's a sign. And they're all paying attention to me, so much attention. And they look very loyal to the class. So that's the point behind when they cross. So you will know who is who by this word. It's sort of a game. If you just try to introduce, I try to pick words that could be said on any scenario or any human, from the streets to the parliament to a man and a woman, a gay, a bisexual, any culture. Everyone is ready. I mean, if you really look at it, are machines ready? From an internal point, if you switch it on, yes, it has electricity to be ready, right? It has that fuel. It's not like a vibe. So I think I'll be better working about the word that's seek, to seek, for the next week, which is the cover and that which composes you beyond being a human being. What composes you, that makes you belong to what you are and what you represent and what you would fight for as well. Yeah, it's not because of your hairdo, or if you have shiny gloss lipstick, or if you belong to this party or the other. There are certain things you would never seek for. And to seek the truth is something you do from your heart. As a seeker is a name of a spirituality, to be a spiritual seeker. Is also related to cartographers. They have to seek the boundaries and the horizons and in the mapping. So one might be ready before that. That's an internal question. You just check it out. That's it. Many of us don't need to be ready because we are always present. We are always ready. There's no question to it. As a loyal dog that is always ready to go with you, you don't need to ask the dog. It will stand up immediately with you in synchronicity. So, in that readiness, which is already the state of being ready, that readiness is how we function. Um, we would not be ready if it's not in function to our ability to be, to love, to be loved. Would you be loved? Yeah, or if you're transited on a survival mode, which is based on need, a need for fame, of need of recognition, a need to have power. All those things are survival mode. You will never see an animal that needs more than just what it is to be alive. Yeah. And the rest is just to enjoy your life. You've never seen an animal working for needs that are not really needed. Yeah. Um, there comes a mechanism of fraud and values of the thief, seizing the moment, and selfishness. So that's what distinguishes the human race from the elite to the influencers to the leaders of the world, a mother and father, a lover, a woman who wants that man's attention and only to what you perceive that's your ultimate love because you have never loved beyond so much. For some would be to forgive and continue, still holding a grudge, but transforming that love towards your work or humanity. Even you're still married, just as a companion that's always ready to go with you. What else? You feel too old to flirt again or trust another one, and you already achieve most of your dreams together, perhaps have more to give away as you passed away in that readiness for your descendants. Many don't care about their descendants, but to have their work immortalized, so they're always ready within their craft. And the rest is just secondary. There's nothing wrong with being gay or being bisexual. In the contrary, it makes you a better person. In the way, most of people that come from traumas are gay or bisexual and they share beliefs. It doesn't mean they are better, but they are in synchronicity with the belief or being special. And from a early age, girls and boys to hate women. So their stories and triangulation, because if the woman finds out, the playground of child abuse will be over. So when we have a society that's built with true love and in a paradise state where there is freedom, a love that loves with possession and beyond possession, where you can love so many people. Your body is connected to love, from loving one another. We are born from that miracle of love and the activation of the polarities between man and woman. What is it that you did that's wrong? Why do you want to be loved? Hmm? It's a question of readiness. Oh, all right. Normally, you will be ready if you feel safe. You feel safe and welcome. Those two words are crucial for having your mind open. Not everyone is trained as me to keep your mind and heart open in the middle of a war field of thieves and mind manipulators of masses as well. Uh, have created also characters and play them shifting from one to another in seconds and switching on and off from one characteristic to another from that angle and relation. So don't believe in me because I am acting. The problem is that most of you believe in whom you are and your acts. You to work for the CIA might think to work for the United States of the staters. Yeah, it's always going to be a sound and a noise of the environment. So there you go. So how are we gonna do to start mapping the taxes and talking about um, who is going to launch this to go for president to activate it? All the corrupted people are going to move away and be removed. It's 12 p.m. here in UK on the 9th of February. So this is competition or all the history as we're entering in the recognition of what is imagination, what we have been capable to do with music as an orchestra, as many voices and thoughts together. We are the climax, coming to a resolution and celebrating our highest human intelligence to be able to see the needs of the world and how we independently or with companies and organizations can help those in need and at the same time help ourselves while learning from others in our pursuit of infiniteness, wealth, value, and most of all, love and understanding. I'm gonna go to the doctor and ask why I'm always sneezing. And or my risks. It hurts me to work with my risks, but I still do it. It'd be nice to have people to put the brick and have the foundations, people that are strong, so you can hold on into the books and get a grip of them without being afraid they're all gonna fall. Um, at the same time, work in a more trustful environment that's ready, that's not so divisive. When you have a king and or a prince that brings stability to the country and your political position is safe to work for the next 15 years, as well for the next party to work the next other 15 years, is because we also need to swap places in order to avoid tyranny. The problem of having a person in power forever is that it becomes too stiff and it forgets its people and is not willing to be flexible for what's needed. So the person can become so egocentric that is willing to die. Many live under the rule of fear. Those has happened hundreds of years ago, and every generation on every cycle of eternity is being predicted in work. So those fixed ideas evolve into better understandings, possibly until there is so much transparency that our intuition can work by itself. It's always ready and pure and clear and understanding. It can move through the arts, the words, and the meaning as a group to one another, to honor one another for the people and with the people. Because you are also the people, right? Those who think to be so superior can't channel. They become an obstacle. Un obstáculo, which in Spanish sounds better. Obstáculo. So you see this selfishness in yourself, and we all have narcissistic traits. We are all narcissists. I wish there is more empathy in this world. So much empathy you can act on behalf of any character and form of information that's needed in order to ready yourself to accomplish a mission on your own accords. But do you have that intelligence that's required? I might ask. When the members of the Committee of United States gathered together the tech titans, they have let go charges of the pedophilia that was being done in Facebook. The pedophilic rings that were coded from them. So when we, the world, the creation of God, is asking to unite the tech titans of the world, not just the ones from USA, but could start as an example and startup, that's how you call it. That's what you do. Yes. So why are not they going to jail? So this is the beginning of a new transparent generation. Any idiot can do the job. Yeah. So you don't do the job, Europeans will do the job. Africans will do the job. Africans to Middle East, Russia, Canada, and South America to Central America will do the job. You need time to think. What the fuck are you doing? With the economy of the people of the world who are in need. And you're taking from now. Would you like me to tell you this again? Or are you ready? Are you ready for the takeoff? Do you feel safe from your own doings? Don't say that Europe is doing that. Europe has to regulate you because you're a child. When you give trust to a child, you will procure that it doesn't end up in jail. All right? You will be with your child all the way, creating psychopaths, right? Enable them to do whatever they want. No, no, not this generation. We have too much playfulness and freedom, intelligence, love that's impossible to compare from our internal works that has happened throughout centuries and millenniums and thousands, eons time. In these foundations, we it's not that we don't need, all right? We're not on a survival mode. We can't allow any crack because these are the foundations. You don't fix your fucking asshole and your where you stick your fucking dick and how you're fucking coding everything. The world can do their own without you. The trust is broken. And the elite itself wants a better system. They have not invested on horrors. And if some did, it's up to them to be in jail. And those who hide the law should also be in jail. Members of the parliament. So, you're ready? Are you ready? The tech titans to talk with the tech titans of the world? For a tech atlas globe? I'm not asking you to pull down your panties or your underwear, so, you belong to me and my society. And we keep our little secrets because, I don't have time now to put a strap on. I need secret service that have some universal understanding. Yeah. For the people in your country as well. You need to have a universal understanding. All the people that belong to your country, from the highest class to the lowest class, to the right and the left, and the inside and the outside. What the fuck are you doing not giving university degrees to the people that need it? What's the problem? We can have free education with internet as well. It shouldn't be on internet everything. It is nice to meet and be educated, to dance and stretch and have massage. So people are not perverted. You don't need a hard on if you have a massage because you are not blocking your natural energy. Your love is going and your energy is moving through many dimensions, through work, through studying, through doing sports, through loving one another, through loving the world, society, through loving God unconditionally. Christians that are Catholic, born Catholic, from a Catholic descendants as well, we don't see martyrism as some of you do. We give ourselves gratefully by divine order. And that's a level of intelligence that most of you in American Secret Service need to expand if you really want to be an American. Go to Canada and every place in South America, every place in Central America. Understand why some dance more than others. They have the African culture, thanks to them. And well, Mexico was there, so keep dancing, right? As the Spanish would keep sailing with the new influences and the wanderlust to get to meet those they were seeking and they found. So they gave and shared from their best and their worst, including their viruses. And a new race was generated from the best and the worst. My sister-in-law is a director of the Native American in South America from a Danish organization that works for their human rights and their culture to prevail. So tourists and companies don't exploit them or take or come in their privacy. Many come to do film, photography, and they just go, just breaking their peacefulness. They pay them little money for baskets. How are they going to be seen with their integrity when they live in utter silence with nature? They are one with nature. They are ready without boundaries, without country. So there is an organization from Denmark that pays these social workers from around the world and their directors to protect them. They have the custody to take care of the land as well in the technological globe map. I will move later to another channel when I am ready, when it's ready to travel around each continent and culture and visit each director for the Tech Globe Atlas. So I am here ready for that moment. I don't know what are you ready for. You might find a lot of problems from the past that is coming to the air, and what are people going to do? Continue with the torturous story without seeing people going to jail, or at least prepared to vanish. Yeah, so they don't get you in jail, but you must leave somebody and get ready for that, right? Leave somebody that will take over your business. The problems that you left might continue, and it will be questioned for all the thievery that has done from the multiverse of virtual reality to the information that's been stolen from around the world in artificial intelligence and the hacker wars. Because I have come here, as you heard, to stop the cookies, the virulent wars of algorithms. When you can see the world, you don't need all these analytics. Yeah, people will just say what they need. You will be able to invest and produce in these countries as well, and have a China without so much slavery, countries that don't have so much slavery, like India and poverty, and in South America as well, why it's so expensive for a few to have nothing, and whether you need 20 lipsticks. Things like that. Yeah. Comparing yourself all the time because you need to be more, have more. So you have time to help for the regulations in the world and to help each continent and culture with their own address for their own technologies, because they will gather the character traits as well. This will help with health, to discover sickness and the polarities of the compositions of why we are what we are in a very faster frame time space once it has gathered and is ready to see why these sickness are formed. But only the country itself can see it themselves. You cannot go to another country and say, this is why you're so poor. They must discover that themselves. We can be spiritual and also have material. We can be sexual and we can also be celibate. Want it or not, there will come a point where we'll be celibate. And that is beautiful to honor as well for those who are. Or Anne has been all the time understanding from far away the desires and sickness and need of the world to love and be loved without the love of God, without the love of creation, without the love of existence. So we can become a more spiritual state of readiness. When you're dancing, you you have many states when you're dancing. I want to put some music for dancing. There are many dances around the world. What's beautiful is to dance through all the dances and not get stuck with one form of dancing. To feel it through your body and how you relate, how that love expands through your body and the consciousness of having this body. When we start dancing in a discotheque, as I was undercover dancer in Ibiza, I could be in the party, but I love to melt with the people, the floor. The go-go dancers would always bring me up. So I was blessed to dance from an early age, 14 years old and 15-year-old, 17-year-old. It was illegal for teenagers, but we'll go there and dance. From India to Ibiza to UK in boarding school, dancing with meditations as well, dancing ballet from early age, and flamenco. Just to move yourself, dancing is better than any sport or gym, and to feel other people dancing as well. It's nothing really important how you dance. Uh, all that washes away from the mental distortions of dramas that are so lowering to digest. But you dance them as well because they're part of your body, all the information that is going there. So when you move your head, is related also to the pelvis. And you can move your pelvis as well. Feel the tensions where you have so much tension there, or fears. When you do massage, you start to enter in memory fields that have been trapped in the body. To be a therapist within the school of Osho in India, you had to do massage for 2 years before becoming a therapist. No matter you did 5, 7 years of learning all the therapy groups, it was required of yours to learn massage and practice for 2 years to understand. When you give massage, you also receive massage, so you are seeing yourself. It's a luxury, really, too. Uh, and people that are being worked just for healing and craniosacral goes more into silence as Reiki instead of so much movement. So when you start dancing in the dance floor or discotheque, people are very afraid in the first stage to be seen. And even a professional dancer will need 20 minutes to warm up. It doesn't matter, we go there to dance every day for 8, 12 hours. We also need a warm up, 15 to 20 minutes. Already walking through this world, this civilization is already tense. Yeah, you already become corrupted just by walking in the village, just feeling the judgment, red light, green light. Everything is in a state of alarm and readiness. Yes, no, yes, no. Go, stop. I'm doing correct. And doesn't matter how much trust you have. The gossipery of doing something wrong to be judged or not is the same tension that's not really like how would you dance it to be. And you will continue to judge, to have attention, as if you are ready to be followed, because you've done all that to be believed. So that's the first stage. And when one starts to dance around the people, and little by little, people start coming inside the dance floor. The dance floor is called the energetical field. So it's sacred. The energy, how it's being shepherded for to people to let go into the music and feel why we're here. The last stage, that not every day we get there, is dancing as children in the kingdom of Eden, in the Garden of Eden, paradise on earth. And that's a state of blissfulness. That is a state of pure, childlike playfulness, gratefulness as well, like children do. They're not after sex or getting lucky to get somebody. There's nothing wrong with that as well. The second stage, when people are already more relaxed and just dancing in the dance floor, unless you're South American or African, right? Uh, they're always ready. Just, it's no concept of when you stop or where you continue. So the second stage is related to sex. It doesn't matter if you're celibate or you're old or young, man or a woman, or if you're gay. There is always going to start by transiting to feel the other. It can be an affinity because both are from the same sex. So most of gay people, they love their own sex. So they love to be whom they are as their own sex. Or they seek the attention of the same sex as well, losing also what it means to be that sex. You can only have the balance when you are in connection with the opposite sex. So man is more man is with a woman, and woman is more of a woman when she is with men. The beauty and femininity of the woman is felt through men and vice versa. So there is pain when you only love your sex because you start to lose what it meant. Hmm? You can love nonstop through and to transcend the pain and to transcend that love which has left or that's still existing in unknown places or forms. It's a higher love to trust in God that is doing well. I was to stand up and dance, give a little bit of a dancing groove here. Oh, it was very nice watching um, Bad Bunny in the bowl. So if you're from another culture, you might think it's dirty, but it's very healthy to move your pelvis. This is the floor of our body holding everything there, and there's a lot of tension. In massage, we learn that most of the sickness of the world come because of so much tension in the pelvis, and it's not filtering foods as it should. It's not letting go as it should naturally, and it's not much in connection with how we walk through Earth or how we perceive what's given to us through what we do with our feet and what's in between our feet as well. As we came to life through the feet of somebody that perhaps were 4 feet there, and we will also give life through it as well. There's a lot of unconsciousness and subconsciousness and animalistic behavior there. When you are dancing, just moving yourself, it doesn't mean anything else but that. You can dance with your grandmother, with the neighbors, grandmother and grandfather, with everyone, and you enjoy that eternal beauty. So you become more aware, not just your body, but the other person's body as you're dancing. So it's normal to feel and understand the energy that's in between of us, not just for men and women and our differences, but how we used to be, how we are, how we will be, and how we are being. Yeah. So you say, oh, but it's worthless. What I'm gonna do with that, unless I just bring some people in so they work for me because they're having fun and to lure them. So yeah, there was more money on times where people celebrate because the business gets going, people become more productive and sharing new forms of marketing and traveling. So it does help an energy field to dance, celebrate, not to sing. The Roman took the dancing out from the Greeks because it was seen as low class. So they wanted to distinguish themselves apart from the Greek who would celebrate every god or anything. Oh, it's itchy. So the high class has always been going to the low class to not only dance but to make love because the high class is also sexually repressed and they are the worst in bed. That's why they need to pay because it's the only reason somebody will like make sex with them in general. You can have a lot of sex, but white people are known to be very bad in bed for this reason. Also, because they come from winter countries. The German are better, I guess, for the English. But they just want to prove you that they are better because they are with you, but they are still not letting go beyond themselves. There is something there lingering that makes their spirit and love consciousness smaller, limited to themselves. And this happens in men and women from different cultures in different ways by how they have been castrating women and themselves. The moment you castrate women, you castrate yourself, and nothing will be enough. For those who have discovered sexuality and are in their early teenager years, their 20s, and they feel, oh, it's so great. I feel so outrageous. I'm so ready for the next. I'm so much power, superpower. So many go on without getting married and using this energy that's vital to have children when they are ready to have children. Yeah, they have the hormones, they have the energy to work, to dance, jump with the children, go to the park with the kids, go to the mountains, have that interaction that never stops. It's a lot of energy when you're young. And there's a state of love that gets beyond that when you are with professional dancers who are never telling you what to do, but they're moving in the energy field of the dance floor, creating this with techniques and to break through groups, to break through even your partner, because it's not just about your partner. And then it comes the dancing group, and they start to dance with everyone after they also felt away from the fears of being judged. We dance very bad on purpose at the beginning so people stop feeling afraid of being judged of how they dance, how they move, because people feel observed. Because it's a judging society. You have to be perfect for others, you have to serve others, you have to be part of others. And you don't even know how to dance without being judged. Are you serving well? Are you doing okay? Are they looking at me? So your ego might want to shine as well, improve your dance better than others. Or you might go want to discover different moves with the music suddenly because it feels good for your body. And with others, unconsciously, your body is inherited to dance and move in all the ways that it wants and to feel throughout the logos the meanings. So it was in China and India with the mudras that have meanings with the hands. The priestess and the priest can dance through the universal love to provide from God to the world as leaders between God and humanity and influencers. to chop the heads of the whole world. Well, that's all the love you have throughout your body in silence. It can be magical to work in harmony. Dance your fears away. Dance, accept that pain might always be there. That fear might always be there. And it's good to honor it because if you cross over, it can kill you. If you cross over, you can hurt another as you are so hurt. So the imaginary, you always want to think that you can make love with everyone, your own sex, and children, because you are unlimited. And in the old tradition and form of belief, and you must understand this in your heart, that in their belief system, they are loving others. They are initiating others to sexuality and death, to what that towards that which is immortal. And they do believe in the infinite wealth and love is connected through sex and that which is immortal. So this is a belief from being initiated as a child, and they are initiating others as well, whatever they are reborn to understand it or not, to become aware of it, or being part of their entity as one through their blood and through their sacrifices. So for them, it's not a sacrifice to take from others because they are initiating them to be part of them. Alive or dead, they matter more. Um, in their belief, they provide. So you can also do that by respecting others. You can also do that loving nonstop. You can also do that understanding how many people can have their own intelligence and their own sense of property. Learning to exchange values and evolve because they're ready. Technology is ready. Everyone is advancing on the same page, from Africa to the countries of South America independently, what party they are. So some people are against globalization, but they do not understand what is a better solution for themselves. You might be against slavery, but at the same time, you like to belong. You're against manipulations, but at the same time, you want others to betray their relations so they are with you for you to take it all. So there is no breaking of bondage. There is no sacrifice when you're giving yourself, when you're egoless, but will play the role of the superpower in first person, from me to you, in plural. And that's an act you do as well. So you want your tech titans to continue for America and invest in America? You're free to do it. You're the land of the free. Now consider everything that was given in relation to the world and the works of the believers of God and their own gods throughout the world. Consider their power and their infinite history throughout time. Consider to be ready to collaborate and let go of that which was functional. And how are you going to let them set up their systems so they keep having a universal technology with you? For that, you can only change the malverse, malverse, mal, the malware, the malversations, the all the bad things. Yeah, all the bad things. There can only happen human consciousness when you respect people's consciousness and their work and their beauty and their unique wonders. So the merchants have their self-worth and the trade. We can see it through the world map. And we all work at the same time as we're ready. It seems that Saturn, well, there's a planet that is going to come. I write it down. That was very cool. So on the February 13th, just in 4 days, Saturn is going to enter a new cycle. And on the 17th, the fire horse of the Chinese sign, symbolic for a new year. Mhm. Symbolic, the beginning of a cycle through the fourth house. So are you ready? Are you ready to collaborate with the tech titans of the world? Are you ready to build this together and stop the drama at work? So stop the workplace drama. If somebody read this book, I would like to know what it's about from Marlene Crism. I can only call the police when I have a problem. They will investigate in the name of the law. And they will make an order to take somebody to jail or and to have it on the records. All right. So this book was brought on 2023. Train your team to have no complaints, no excuses, no regret. Stop workplace drama. Well, stop putting fuel on the fire and take back control of your workplace. Gossip, power struggle, sporting, coordination. They're all symptoms of workplace drama. They are the obstacles that can drain your company of its best talent. For example, for the world globe map. So, who has the initiative of talking about watching the money of the government and so to stop this corruption and Machiavellian satanic cults from middle class wanna be rich people, wanna be whatever they're the middle class are the worst. I will define myself as an underworld ghetto before being tagged the medium wear. Communications consultant and national speaker Marlene Chris has created an 8-step mythology that breaks through negative thinking that can contribute to drama in organizations of every kind and size. She has identified the gaps that drama creates. Well, I have a thief, all right? And of course, he's a liar and a drama to hide all the. That's my work. I don't know about you. Keep talking about your drama because it needs to be clear out. And then we can move to this book, which I also haven't read. How to do the work. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about making your political party and make this happen? Not from the left, not from the right. Those days are over because we give chance, but they keep fighting each other. So this is an holistic psychologist, right? For the first time in history, you gotta look at it all in the map and help everyone at the same time. Why has not Erica Kirk supported Candace to be the next political candidate of the United States of America? Well, it's not America anymore. It's just a part of it, right? For the staters. We might never see them again, disconnect everyone from around the world. You have to see the probabilities when you're not making your work happen. Math never lies. For the people around the world, all these technological coders take meth, amphetamine, to work nonstop creating these platforms. So if you like your people to, there has been great book from a Spanish writer in Spain about allowing, well, alcohol to be legal for uh, people who are dealing with enterprises, people that are bankers, people that are working with a lot of stress and coordination, people who do coding. You still need to study and learn all this, even if you're giving it to artificial intelligence. So they're working with a higher frame. That's why they have so many addicts in California. They don't care about them because they need the drug. All right. It's all a setup to not care about it. So if you want to take something legally, the thing is that people love it because it's illegal. Yeah. Healing with movement. That's interesting. Just open it. The next is healing with play. So joy, the expression of pure happiness, is a mere memory for most of us. We have forgotten the happy freedom of doing something for the mere delight of doing it. That's what it was taught to me in India in the ashram, working for free. If you don't have a sense of property, other people are going to take advantage of it, and you have nothing. This is the problem with the commune in the ashram of Osho in India. As of me working for free for my mother, where my mother and sister would just take all the money. Um, did everything evolve? No. Who was there to make evolution and work hard? It needs a team, a village, not just one. We have forgotten the happy freedom of doing something for the mere delight of doing it. So talk about problems and trauma, but bring the solution. Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens. Look, if Erica Kirk has lost it, I mean, what evidence is there to put her in jail just straight away? You have to put also all these people that are generating these programs, and how are you going to infiltrate to get the evidence of CIA, FBA agents, all these people generating through the platforms of America hypnosis programs where they target these people. You have a blacklist, certain people that can go crazy for whatever, because they're lesbian, because they hate man, because they are gays, because they are bisexual, because they are white, because they're black. For any reason, extremist groups, and they get them and they start putting in their screen. So how are you gonna get this evidence? That's how a person will go to shoot somebody for a scandal, to cause more acclaim, or to kill it with snipers that are professional around and a whole setup. How are you gonna get the evidence to stop this? How are you going how are you going to remove all of these pedophiles and Machiavellian manipulators? They could be using that energy already to allow the world to put what they have. They can work and have more spaces to dance and create beautiful architecture. I don't care, it takes me 50 years or 300. I want a castle in my village where we can rejoice, not just for the royal family or the cacique, for the village itself as well, at least to go and dance, to go sometimes and be part. They're going to be looking to conquer new horizons, to have more and more and more. So is everything closed and dead for the people? And I just want to have fun and joy. Oh, they might involve dancing without egos, interference, playing music on toy instruments, or dressing up and entering an imaginary world. Yeah, whatever virtual reality, we could be investing in that already. I will only forgive them if they do forgive me. When we lose ourselves in this way, we are sometimes able to enter what is referred to as a flow state. I wish the money already started to show the currency of a flow state in the global tech atlas. When you see it 4 or 5 floors high, you will see everything you have, everything you have done, how many people really listen to you and will follow you, and how many more could follow you with the followers of Erica Kirk? And why, why did Kirk said that it's all for you? Camden Zones, it's all for you. Controlling emotional activation in real time. So, as leaders, I have played many leaders, but they were fantasy realms, all right? And I have done a lot of shit in real life, but maybe it was illegal, maybe it was for adults, maybe it was legal because it was with consent. But I threaten and coerce people because has to pay the money back as well. Not in a very nice way, of course, but threats work. You think good people are gonna pay back without threats? Not even good people wanna pay back. Nobody knows how to pay back. You have to be a saint to give unconditionally. You think people are going to pay back because you're nice, so they're gonna do something because they're so nice? Oh, I'm not going to go to your place. This rebel is for a revolution that's ready from the inside. And you are just a publisher of books. You copy from this person, you just generated your own words and betrayed everyone trying to make your story from your daddy's money. And every stab in the back you could do to those who trusted in you. I do not believe that you are such a gooder, mister. Say thanks that I'm mentioning your name. I do like your writings. I do like it. I do not believe in you. I read everything and anything, and I'm capable of bringing any characterization beyond your ego. So, what would you do for your country? You want your country to be one of the most influential structures for the future, or you want to pocket yourself thinking you're superior to continue with immigration, slavery, poverty, and a lack of love, because you are a world apart, trying to convince people. The thing is that people feel something else. Doesn't matter what you say. It's a sort of like magic. People want to be part of being uh, beneficiaries of this world, and they want to be counted as the first. They're already enlisted by those who find safety in their work. And you're just there, being paid to go to the European Parliament. It had to be that bad that you had to reveal yourself. Because you're not a YouTuber. You're still working for the government. The hero worshipper. The yes person. The life of a party. Oh, God. I was all of them. Ah, that's the seven inner child archetypes. Let's go through them. Hey, that's a good book. How to Do the Work by Dr. Nicole Lipira. Recognize your patterns, heal from your past, create yourself. I'm just gonna call the police and say, excuse me, people don't have time to investigate this because everybody wants to be nice. Nobody wants to judge anyone or be wrong. But moi, how to do the work. So, one, the caretaker, child archetype. I had nanny, so the overachiever. Well, the underachiever also, so others can achieve it for you and you can just delegate more. Do you ever think about that instead of having to do the job yourself? The rescuer, protector. I love royalty. I wish it lasts forever because we need to believe in fairy tales of religious order, of spiritual order, of that which is beyond ourselves. We need to believe in the morale, who are the best, why were some taking off. There are dramatic stories of royalty. That's why anyone who's been royal in their past life will never wish to be one because there were 99.9999% horror stories. But I still believe in heaven on earth, as I've been practicing to live that every day and night of my life. the kingdom of God, things like that. But I will also just go into multiverse, go underworld, everywhere. There's the kingdom of Hades, all the kingdoms you want, groups, anarchist groups become better because you have the straight ones. Yeah. The more of a country is straight, like Germany or Japan, England, they have the hooligans. Yeah. You create more freaks, anarchists, which are really cool too. But if you have a country that's, they're all rebels, like in South America, they always hate any president. Doesn't matter which president. You put that hatred, hatred. Because it's a long trauma from the Spanish conquest. Because they will just hate authority and the male figure. Any authority. Doesn't matter with how many good ideals they come. This has been said by international therapists that come from all around the world, from different races, and saying that Argentina is the worst to work because of the ego they have created, um, and the clash with authority as well. So it doesn't matter how much analysis they do, it doesn't matter. It's still a culture they become. How beautiful. I love Argentina, and I'm like, I think it's better to be Argentinian out of Argentina. I will always say to my mother, the best Argentinians are found out of Argentina. Because you don't need psychoanalysis, you just need to get out of Argentina. They're so great that you cannot see why you're hiding all that. So that's the meaning of greatness. And the Argentinians out of Argentina joke about it because they know it, because they are out. It's like the Venezuelans out of Venezuela. You see George Harris, he's joking about things he would never joke about if he was in Venezuela. You have to, when you come out, you can see it from another stand. And it's quite funny. I would like to see the artists coming back to Venezuela and accept the joking about every side of, the poor, the rich, the right, the left, the red, the blue, the yellow. That's the Venezuelan flag. Amarillo, azul y rojo. Yeah, they could have three parties. Why not? Coming to a universal perspective. You will like universal love, but not from raping people or everyone. It's the rainbow has many colors. I mean, really, you like to make love nonstop with those who are seduced by you because you know they are into the groove as well. I mean, why are you there? You were there because you've been manipulated because you come from poor societies. I know your parents don't have candy. Those things I don't understand. Yeah, anyone has been raped. I've been raped by my private driver once. I fought as hell. He was like, I'm not gonna do that again. That little bitch bite me and kick me off. I mean, he finished very quickly because he got so excited that he got in. But thanks God he had such a little dick. But I was in the bathroom crying. And the biggest trauma, and any therapist could say, I'm here because of my traumas as well, not just my grace. One time is enough. But I wanted to finish this from before being alive. I wanted to stop with the belief that fucking with people's ass and children, it makes you greater because you're making so much money and energy together and you're so great, and others are reusable as if you're giving something. Yeah. But I had to know what is that in first person in order to collaborate with all those who believe in true love, in love for all the world, as all the world has the right to love and generate their sense of property with the freedom of expression, not the freedom to lie from the freedom of expression. Because what is the law for? Why distortions happen? So you are, remember always, you're talking bad about something, but also bringing the solution. All right. Otherwise, you're just generating more pain and you're being part of, of creating frustration in society. So they remain being manipulated. And you want a society that is empowered, mm, and that it trusts authority. Because a better authority is taking over. You cannot judge the elite because not everyone is the same. You are there thanks to the elite as well. You are there thanks to the investments that have been done to the tech titans as well, that come from the elite as well. And it has been like this, and it's always going to be like this. There are always going to be those who have more and providing, and there is going to be centers where heroes are needed to fight, because corruption might always emerge. There will be always somebody that wants to win over and take more. And if people start to believe that villains are the ones who have power, then you will have to become a bad person as well. If you really believe that the rich people are bad. But this is internationally. Soap operas in Venezuela. I mean, it's cool to play villains, but they're not bad. Not all of them. I mean, some are really bad, like cool. But it, you can't be good all the time. You have to be a little mischievous sometimes and get a little joke and attention. Do something underground. So you have a garden. Is part of understanding the beauty of creation to the point of that bad. Yeah. Stealing, raping, killing, basically. You could do it in virtual reality, but not the vision of children, because the emotional childhood environment is starting to have a new form of decoding memory. The moment we are born with mothers that are in charge of their power, their economy, and their needs for their children. And without having to need men for sex, because there will become pimps. So men and women share the same values from a state of generosity and not of need. That's the contract. Yeah, because you want to celebrate together, you want to cheers, you want to clash, you want to die in each other, you want to do it until last breath because you're sick of yourself and want to seek beyond because you love the other so much. That's not that you love because you're needy. You're nothing without the other. That's the standpoint. right? And in the same way, you can love masses and feel for them what they need from you, what they need to hear to love you more, because they want to be like you, a person of rightfulness. I mean, there are many people judging royalty, but there is always a new generation. The King of Spain had to get out of Spain just because he had money, a bank account in Switzerland. But the prince became king. I feel for Majora because I can understand that Trump hates maturity to do it with mature people, and likes to minimize people or trust with people of minimal power, so they are not a threat to him. And he has to put in jail somebody that represents maturity. But his son could be the cacique of Venezuela. It will also help to restore the idea that they have betrayed Maduro. Mm? It will bring the country together. And with the artists return to Venezuela, with all the money of the world to bring them back, and see from the new president that she's more of a classy. She has a little bit of that cifrina classy. Well, she's well studied, and but anyways, doesn't matter what your parents did. What matters is uh, what are we ready for? Are we ready to celebrate whatever religion you want to bring? All the religions that make part of the country. In Venezuela, we love many religions, even though we also love our Catholic heritage that makes us proud. And I've prayed to Virgin Koromoto and gone to her statue and pray. And miracles have been done thanks to prayer, the power of prayer, because you seek that from your heart. You cannot manipulate other people. It's not about that, but you, your goodness, seek from the heart. It's a different readiness when it comes from the heart. And it wants to know why, but it wants from love, which is a totally different state that doesn't want to foresee. It wants the other to see as well. It's a mutual connection of a love affair that can be from person, from family, from the love you have for humanity itself. But if you're too drugged in dramas, family drama, wife, husband drama to be something for society, you cannot have a higher form of connection that seeks and finds and is found through the material of this world and the healing of transforming towards that which is a self expression between us, because it's communicating in order to do what's better. He's talking about the problem, but this is what is better that we need to do. And all your followers start to vote for you. We need good leaders. We need good influencers, YouTubers. Whatever group you make, that maybe one is chosen to be a president, one day, maybe presidents will remain in power in order to do what they are commanded to do. But if you're going to gossip because they had sexual relations or what sex they have, that's private life from people. And you are grooming people to be hateful and gossiping just to be right. So you will be brought down by the same hatred you are created. And you will remember the position you have is because you brought down another from the hatred you created. So it is sad the, to believe that history is being built in positions of power where others had to be taken down to take that position of power. So we're still living in a very violent and virulent hierarchical sickness. Even if somebody was born for that role, we have a lot of space to be creative and many more positions to acquire. It's as beautiful to work above as below. In fact, you know better by working in the ground with your people than just pretending that you're working with your people. In the old times, it worked because people love stories. People love stories. Uh, Working is a meditation as well. It helps your mind to purify and be clear. So, well, I am the cartographer in here. We are in a crossroads exploring what is Europe, where is going to be the database for Europe. In the north is colder for its own to get all. And what about all the money that's been taken from the tech titans in Europe? All the money they have taken in their artificial intelligence, they wanted it only for America. So I ask again, what kind of law will take this to justice? Do you have international military that's universal, so it can go and take out all this is a new tyranny. This is a new monopoly, a new lie that's coming down, down, down to the earth where people are learning, especially people in government around the world, are learning from these technologies that they have been robbed from the thousands of work of their culture and their people, that information is power. So they're going to take over, or how are you going to take their America is very big to be called America, from Canada to Argentina. And United States is a country. So how are we going to make this universal? Are you ready to put all the continents together and take over what's been stolen? Because even if you make your building of memory for your culture continent, they have stolen. Yeah. So they have to cut the cake. Yeah, they have to cut the cake. Even if you make your buildings of memory, which you should, because they are changing the meaning of the words. And they can lie to all the English speaking people if they want to, but not if there is an universal data, which by the moment belongs to these people in the US, which is not us. Now, are you ready to start creating a military that all the countries in the world are going to take over these people? Because they are never going to give up. They had 5 years, 10 years. And they're going to be like with the Epstein files, prolonging. And this is the highest elite of all. They want goodness to the world. They want prosperity for the world. They want people to learn to have freedom of expression, to learn what is expression, what is for, not to hurt people. So if you want to dominate other countries with your freedom of expression, buying people, because they're all going to be for your party, because you want to conquer the world with the left party or the right party. These are all middle class people who suddenly became rich. Okay, these are lululu living in La La Land, uh, and with meth and drugs. All of them. They might say they don't take drugs, but look at them. So it is good to start trusting in your natural chemistry. I'll leave it at that. Are you ready to go through a process of healing? You can still have your title and power to create as long as you give the percentage and is open. So we can see there is no pedophilia infiltrated in artificial intelligence and woman pornography, where they take and manipulate and bring more disassociations of love. We have potential to love to reach immortality in our love making from man, woman, man, woman. I don't know. I'm not a man to have been with man, so I have been in eternal ecstasy in the dance floor. Uh, I didn't need anything but that. I was not ready. I was in a state of readiness, and it becomes contagious because we were all born in that state. And we can all remember that state. So give the ball, take the ball among each other, pass the ball with your judgments, but don't deny the other too much. All right? Like fully. Because the other one is creating, like Nick Fuentes is creating scandal and is creating. And there is nothing bad. There is nothing bad about it. Yeah. He will always bring it down to come to sense. Of course, it's better you marry somebody from OnlyFans. I mean, I was one of those girls teaching Tantra, getting people out of prostitution, of course. But for me, it was much more fun to be with these girls And the rest of women are so manipulative and desperate and bitter. And these girls were more intelligent and free and capable of themselves to love. And they did have true love. They did have a man they loved. Some have betrayals, had some stories of addiction, and I've taken many out of prostitution and addiction. But I had to be there, and I had to wonder why. Where does this all come from? Why? I want to know. From the very hells. I want to be the last one in hell to free all the demons so they have healed. They come to the light without sickness. They are not the sickness of this world. From the moment you die to the moment you are reborn. That's why I want to be with my mother. I just want to be with her until her moment. Every moment in the state of readiness. Now, this house maybe is going to be sold out, and I must call to see if this design is to sell this house or the next door because it's right in the middle. Um, it changes everything if you have money to take care of your mother and your children, and you have the power from your sense of property to love another person with respect and being respect as well. You know, there is when you love somebody, it doesn't matter where they came from, what is their past, because you are in a state of love, and there is something that unites you. There is a guidance where you have always been one, and you have different electrical poles that has been inside of you, knowing it does exist. It has always been there. And that's a form of your intelligence. And that form of intelligence is being an inheritance. It has been yours until the end, from near or apart. It doesn't matter. It's always here and there. And you can have many people as well that are part of. Throughout lives, it has corrections, or through one life, it has a correction. So if you want to love infinitely, do so. You're not going to manipulate me or people as me. You might think that women have these characters of witches and all of these sources. But there are new characters coming in this present and science fiction. You have the feminine arts as Pegasus, a horse that's winged that comes out from the head of Medusa. Since one of the warriors chopped her head. I don't know. I remember who was it. If Heracles or Hercules. Um, So, and a sword came out of it as well. A sword, magical sword to cut through. Yeah. Mm. Horse, winged horse. But that was the essence inside Medusa. She was a virgin priest in the temple of Athena, who is a virgin goddess who came from the head of Zeus. But in mythology, it came from the head of Pallas, who was Zeus in the Titans. Each generation changes the name. It's a long story of meaning. Mm, Out of that head, Athena was formed, who is also Nike, the goddess of victory. So Pallas becoming Pallas Athena. It was Nike who chopped the head of Pallas, her father. The same story, but these stories are not being told. Um, Out of Pallas is made a palladium. Your palace, your head, your warcraft, your creative craft, not just arts and crafts. Okay, so you have beautiful stories that transform and regenerate a new being out of you, out of what you're creating with others. That's the point of the drama here, okay? That's good for today. And this is how the victim becomes the savior. And this is how we save ourselves from unconsciousness. Peace and love. Um, yeah, a lot of love. Lots of love. Bye.